Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can get all this stuff working. Yay, yay. So, I am completely off schedule. Um, and I do apologize for that. This may be a short a short live stream because I have been so behind till it's just crazy. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Yep. So, I worked this morning. So, the time got away from me completely. It's just crazy. Yeah. And then I started cleaning out my freezer. And I would recommend that you clean out your freezer every once in a while, right? So there was a roast that I found in there. It was a venison roast, and it was left by FLP. So I was like, oh, great. Let me get this out of here and get it cooked. I thawed it out. So I was going to cook it today. And I don't know who cleaned this, but all of the silver was left on it. So I had to redo it, re, you know, prep it to cook. And I got all that done and got it cooked, and it was fabulous. It was fabulous. I was like, thanks, appreciate it. You know, just saying. And then I looked up and the time had gotten away from me. So this live stream is completely off schedule. You know, sorry about that, but it's been a crazy day already. Been a crazy day. Holy cow. Yep. What else has been going on? Josh is continuing to work on the cabin. Um, he is not here at the moment. He will be gone until probably Wednesday. And when he comes back, he's going to pick up the shower unit to go in the cabin. And I'm so excited. The light colored paneling that we chose to go in there. And we chose paneling, although, you know, a lot of people would say, oh, paneling, that's like subpar. That's not good enough. Well, neither Josh nor myself know anything about drywall. We don't know how to hang it. We don't know how to mud it. We don't know how to work with drywall. So we chose to go with paneling. Um, the previous paneling that was in there was dark. All that got taken down, and we went with a light colored paneling. Well, I like the light colored paneling so much better. It is going to be beautiful in there. Um, and he's been working on that every day, and then I have been helping him in the evenings after I get off work. If there's anything that I can do um, to help, then I've been helping him. Um, and then the shower unit is going to be picked up when he comes back on Wednesday, I believe, um, to have that put in there. And I don't know if you remember me talking about the hot water heater, or that's what we call it here in the South, right? The hot water heater. Um, the water heater that we repurposed out of the camo camper. We, you know, we took it out, um, and we wanted to see if we could repurpose the water heater out of the camo camper instead of buying a new water heater for the cabin. So we took it out, took it apart, brought it out of the camo camper. We weren't even sure if it even worked. Okay. We got it in the cabin. Josh got it put together, got it situated in there, and we got the water lines run. I say we, Josh is doing the most of this. Let me be clear, right? Josh is doing the biggest part of this, and I'm only his assistant. So he got the hot water heater in position, got it put back together, got all the water lines run to the cabin, and got electricity run, and got electricity hooked up to the water heater that we took out of the camo camper. And believe it or not, it works. It works. I am so excited. Not that it was that much of a savings, right? Because I could have went and got a new hot water heater. And I told Josh, I said, if it doesn't work, don't fret. I'll just go and we'll get a new one. No big deal. But he said, it's here. It is, we're not going to do anything with it. The camo camper. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for thinking of me. I've been out of commission for a minute. We have, he said, the camo camper is still housing storage, right? It's basically a U-Haul on wheels. We used it to move all of the stuff from Tennessee to here. And we've gradually been going through it, to pull stuff out. And so everything in the camo camper, if we can repurpose it, then we're going to do that. The sink that was in the camo camper was perfectly fine. It was stainless steel. We pulled that out of the camo camper and we're going to use it in the cabin. The breaker box that was in the camo camper, we pulled that out. Again, Josh is doing the biggest part of this. I'm only assisting when he needs an extra set of hands, right? So he pulled the breaker box panel out of the camo camper and repurposed that breaker box panel to go into the cabin, believe it or not. And then everything that is in the cabin is being run off of the breaker panel from the camo camper. It is fantastic. And believe it or not, the whole breaker box, you know how on an RV, especially one that you pull, they have a plug-in that you plug to shore power. You plug it in at the RV parks or whatever. So the cabin has an RV plug on it, and you plug it into the plug that he built to go to the power. Everything's run off of that breaker box panel. It is fantastic. It's fantastic. It works, So that is all coming together. He's been working on that, like I said, every day. And then after work, I've been his assistant. So how are you, Brenda? Thank you very much for joining me. Like I said, this live stream is completely off schedule. I worked this morning and was cleaning out the freezer, and I looked up and the time got away from me. So I said, okay, I'm just going to go live and catch everybody up on what I've been doing and go from there. Talking about the cabin and pulling the hot water heater. Let's see, what else did we pull out of the camo camper? The toilet was actually it's a what you call a park model RV, where it doesn't have a holding tank, so it doesn't have that plastic RV toilet, right? It had a full size standard toilet in the RV, in the camo camper. So we pulled that out instead of going to buy one. Josh is repurposing that one. The in the bathroom, the sink and the vanity and the sink for the bathroom is all new. We got all of that. And then the shower unit is coming whenever he comes back. He's going to be picking that up, installing that. Now, Josh has done all of this work with no construction knowledge. And then I've been helping him as I can. Like I said, I'm his assistant. When he needs me, I go over there and hold and shine the light and, assist where I can. But he's been doing the biggest part of it by himself. So I am so very proud of him. He's done a fantastic job. Fantastic. Let's see. Hey, Purple Tea Bear, how are you? Yeah, and again, I told Josh if the water heater, it's electric, and it's a smaller size. It's not a full size house size water heater. But I said if it doesn't work, he was concerned that when we got electricity run to it and the water run to it, that it wouldn't work because it was so old, right? But I told Josh, I said, if it doesn't work, don't worry about it. We'll just go get a new one. And but when he got it all hooked up, got the water lines run and the electricity run, it worked fine. I was like, I cannot believe that. I just can't believe it. But it's working. So I'm like, okay, well, go with it, If we have to replace it, I told him that he needs to go, or he needs to choose a on-demand propane hot water heater, because the one that he in my fifth wheel RV, he had to replace my water heater in the fifth wheel, and we went with a on-demand propane water heater, and he replaced that. And I told him, if we have to replace the water heater out of the camo camper, if we take it out and it doesn't work, then I would suggest that you choose an on-demand propane water heater. It doesn't matter what it is. If you want a big one, if you want a little one, whatever, I'll get it. Just let me know. And when he got it in there, it worked fine. I was like, I cannot believe that. So he's doing a fantastic job. Fantastic. He still has a few areas to finish with the paneling. The interior walls that he built to separate that. It's a 12 by 32 cabin. I don't know if y'all remember that or not, but it's a 12 by 32 cabin. So he built two inner walls, one to separate the bathroom and then one to separate the bathroom from the bedroom. So he still has to do those interior walls with insulation and paneling. But he's got all of the electricity run to those interior walls. And then the connections for the shower unit, the toilet, the vanity is already in. He put a washer and dryer hookup in there. He is going to take, so Josh's camper, which is what he's living in now, we're going to sell that. But it has a stackable washer and dryer in it. And he's going to take that out of the camper before he sells it. So he put a washer and dryer hookup in the cabin. Got the electricity run for that, got the water run for that, so that he can take the washer and dryer that's in his camper, pull it out, and install it in the cabin. Yes, work is pretty crazy. Work is pretty crazy. I kind of evolved in my work from coding, which is down in the trenches, doing the charges and everything, to auditing the other coders, to educating. So my role is more education now than previously. So it's been pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I'm waiting for it to all level off, and then I can go about doing what I like to do. I've been playing around in the kitchen with these low carb recipes. The cookies that I made, they were delicious. They were delicious. So I tried that recipe again with a vanilla flavor instead of the chocolate, and I didn't like them. So, I do a test batch before I do a video on it to make sure it's going to turn out. I didn't like the way they tasted. I prefer the chocolate ones. So I'm going to stick with the chocolate ones. I played around. Well, after I got the venison roast prepared and cooked, I was going to do another recipe, but I decided, I had too much to do with today being Sunday and work in the morning. I decided to wait on that. So I kind of put that off. Excuse me. But anyway. Hey, Mouse Toes, how are you, lady? Thank you so much for joining me. Yes. I'm off schedule. My regular live stream time of 12 noon on Sunday passed me completely by. It just passed me right on by. I looked up and I was like, oh, well, I'm late, but it's all right. It's all right. So I said I'm going to do a impromptu live stream, catch everybody up, and let everybody know that I am still alive. Everything's fine. And let everybody know what's been going on with me. Yes. Thank you, T-Bear. Thank you very much. Yeah, I did do a recipe from a low carb recipe. Thank you, Mouse Toes. Hey, Iron Fire Horse, how are you? So good to see you here. I did do a recipe, a low carb recipe, and it is just crazy. I wanted to do it, run through a test batch to see if I liked the taste of it before I actually did a video on it. So, it's pretty crazy, and I will do a video on it because it turned out pretty good. So that will be coming. You can look forward to that. Yeah, I'm trying to do keto, low carb, Iron Fire Horse to get rid of some of the junk in my trunk. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my gosh. Yep. Awesome. A trip in the bug out van. Awesome. Yeah. So, whenever Josh finishes pulling everything out of the camo camper, I'm not real sure what he's going to do with it, which is technically mine, but I'm going to let him do, whatever he wants to do with it. He can, take it down to the frame and make a trailer out of it, or he can take it down to the frame and um, build a tiny house on wheels, if he wants to do that, or um, he can take it down to the frame and build me a chicken coop on it. But whatever, whatever it takes. I mean, the inside of it is gutted. It's strictly storage. I mean, we were using it as a U-Haul to move all of our stuff from Tennessee to here. So we're going to, whenever he gets finished with the cabin, where he's going to sell his camper, and then I'm going to sell the Mallard camper, the smaller camper that I had before I got this big fifth wheel. So we're going to get rid of both of those campers. Hey Diggs, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, he's got a lot of possibilities with that camo camper. I think he needs to take it down to the frame and make a trailer out of it. It would be classified as a homemade trailer, which is very easy to do here in Arkansas. I mean, the requirements are nothing. It's already licensed. It already has a permanent tag on it and everything. So he could take it down to the frame and build a trailer out of it and have a perfectly fine trailer. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the frame on that camo camper. And he would be able to have a very sturdy trailer. Or he could, build a, I had talked to him before about possibly doing a tiny house on wheels, build it from the frame up. I told him, I said, if that's something that you want to do, I'll buy the supplies, you do the work. Yes, it does. It does. I'll buy the supplies and you do the work, and then we can, split the money if you sell it or whatever. He could, put a chicken coop on it. He could build a shop on it, a mobile shop. It could be anything, but my choice would be take it down to the frame and build a trailer on it, because you always have need for a trailer that can haul, like the Kubota. We've got the Kubota tractor and the Yanmar tractor. So you always need trailers that you can haul that kind of stuff. The Kubota, the Yanmar, the zero turn, all of that kind of stuff can be hauled on a trailer that size. So that would be my choice. But it's whatever he decides to do, You can't, I mean, someone may be interested in buying it, but probably not. So taking it down to the frame and doing something else with the frame would be a wise decision in my book. So anyway, he pulled the sink, the kitchen sink, out of the camo camper and used it in the cabin. He also pulled, there was a cooktop in the camo camper. Hey, Threads and Jars, how are you, lady? So good to see you here. He pulled the cooktop, which it was a glass top cooktop that was in the camo camper. He pulled it out, but as he was pulling it out, part of it, one corner of it got chipped. So he's not going to use that in the cabin. I don't know if you had heard before Mouse Toes, but he pulled the entire breaker box out of that camo camper and installed it in the cabin. So everything in the cabin, all the electricity on the inside is wired to that breaker box that came out of the camo camper. And the RV plug that was coming from the breaker box from the camo camper where you plug into shore power, it's installed in the cabin, and it can be plugged into an RV plug, which he has installed, and that's what's powering the cabin. So it's fantastic. He's so stinking smart. Yep. So the next thing that's coming is the shower unit. So he's going to get a complete unit with base, walls, and doors, and he's going to get it brand new. Instead of trying to seal the shower base that came out of the camo camper, I told him don't do that. There's too high of a possibility of it leaking. So I said, get a brand new shower unit. So that's what he's going to do. And it'll be coming this week, and he'll put that in and finish the paneling and all that. Yep. Absolutely. Iron Fire Horse. He's a workhorse. He's a workhorse, you know. And right now he's not here. He'll be gone till the middle of next week. But anyway. Thank you, Threads and Jars. Thank you very much. Yep. I played around today with a little dessert recipe, and it turned out pretty good. I've got to refrigerate it until tomorrow, and then I'll give it the final taste test. And if it tastes as good tomorrow as it should, then I'll be doing a video on that. And it's pretty crazy video, but it has no carbs. So, you know, those of us that are watching the carbs and trying to lose a little weight, it's good to go. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. Playing around with the cooking. Yep. But the venison roast that I cut up today, after I, re-prepped it, and got it cut how I wanted it. I cooked it on the what is that thing called? Hang on, let me check. I forgot the name of it. It's called a Blackstone. Sorry. It's called a Blackstone. I got a Blackstone for in here. I cooked it on a Blackstone. It was fantastic. I cooked that venison roast in butter and bacon fat on the Blackstone. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. It was delicious. Yep. For sure. So, and I may do a recipe on the Blackstone. That was my Christmas to myself. That was my Merry Christmas to me. Oh man, the rain is coming, y'all. It is starting to rain. I knew it. It has been cloudy here all day, so it is starting to rain. Lovely. Yep. But it turned out really good, that venison roast. Surely did. So, other than that, I have been working like crazy, trying to keep up with everything else going on. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, do that for me. If you don't mind, I'd appreciate it greatly. Oh, yeah, you got rain there too, Diggs? Yeah. The girl that I work with, are you getting snow up there, Diggs? Because the girl that I work with is in Ohio, and she sent me a picture. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. I think it was day before yesterday. They had snow. I'm like, oh my gosh. It is already threatening up there, the white stuff. Oh my gosh. I could not imagine. Yeah. I'm hoping we don't have the amount of snow here that came last year because last winter, Josh and I were in Tennessee and we've never seen that much snow. You know, never seen that much snow. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Iron Fire Horse. Yeah. You've had snow, but nothing stuck. Oh wow. Well, we've had some cold mornings here. You know, cold to me, right? Because I got southern bones. um, cold to me. But the I don't know. Can you let's see. This right there, that is a propane heater, a propane um, infrared propane heater. It is fantastic. Can I tell you? Yep. In this big RV, I'm telling you, it will. You know, it has a thermostat on it, and it comes on and goes off. You know, you adjust the thermostat or whatever, and I can turn it on in here, and it warms the back part of the bedroom. It's fantastic. I love it. Love it. Yes. Hey, Food Forest Permaculture, how are you, sir? Um, there's one movie you want to watch again, but you can't remember its name. That's just terrible, past. Yes, I have Southern bones. Southern bones. You have a northern internal heater. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Food Forest. Thank you very much. That is very sweet of you. It's been so sloppy on your way home. You almost got wiped out driving down a mountain bend and hit rain on top of snow. Oh my gosh. That is crazy, Iron Fire Horse. Yeah. So last year, right, when I was in Tennessee, was the first time that I had ever seen that much snow in my life. And what they say about um, diesel trucks not doing well in snow is true, right? The while we were there's a fly in here. While we were working on the property, Josh's property in Tennessee, we were staying at an RV park that was on the side of a hill. And there was a couple of days there where we couldn't even get out because the tires on the diesels, we didn't have snow tires. Um, so we couldn't get out of the RV park. It was crazy. Wow. I'm a natural northerner. I slept with no heat at -6 degrees Celsius. I was warm as toast. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would be unable to move. Now, I'm sure, the longer you are in that environment, you can get what they call acclimated. I don't think the year that we were in Tennessee, I don't think that's long enough for me to get acclimated to the cold weather. It's just crazy. Yep. Rainstorm coming tonight. Absolutely, Food Forest. It had started raining here just a few minutes ago. I heard it peppering down. The cover thing that I have over the big fifth wheel, um, you can hear it. It sounds like rain on a tin roof. So I heard it start raining just a few minutes ago, actually. Yep. We have not. Yep, absolutely. Threads and jars. Oh my gosh. I was using the same blankets I use at home. Wouldn't want to go any lower in temp though. Absolutely, Iron Fire Horse. Oh my gosh. Yep. You are a Viking, Threads and Jars. I love it. I love it. Yep. Yeah. Y'all be careful out there, especially if you have rain on top of snow. Uh, that's scary driving for this southern woman. Yep. um, trying to make sure. Yeah. So as far as the raised beds, I've completely put that off. My concentration right now is getting everything that's needed for the inside of the cabin. Um, so there needs to be a propane stove in there. That's going to be a purchase that's coming in the future. There needs to be a full-size refrigerator, um, preferably one with ice maker. That's going to be a purchase um, coming up in the future. Um, but that's my concentration right now. So I haven't ordered any more of the raised beds. The prices of lumber are coming down gradually, but they're not where they were. So I was ordering the raised beds like one at a time. So I only have, I think, 3 raised beds. I've put off ordering any more until we're done with the inside of the cabin. There's some additional paneling that needs to be bought. What are you doing? What are you doing? Here's Maggie, y'all. Here's Maggie. Maggie said hello. Hello. Yep. Threads and jars. She's growing into her ears. Absolutely. Growing into her ears. Yep. You can't. You can't have all this stuff. You can't. My heathen dog. My heathen dog. Threads and Jars says you're a big-eared dog. Yeah. This is Maggie Diggs. After Callie passed away, After Callie passed away, Josh found her. She is German Shepherd and Belgian Malinois. He found her and got her for me. She was 6 weeks old when we got her, and I've been trying to work with her. Um, I finally got her crate trained, you know. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? You can't find nothing in there. And whenever she was little, um, her ears were so big. Threads and Jars made a comment about her being stolen for a illegal listening device because she can hear 2 counties over. But she's gotten a lot bigger and she's growing into her ears. Yep, yep. This is my child now. My partner in crime. Um, but she's a heathen. She's a heathen. She's a lot. Callie was, I don't know, 16 years old whenever she passed away. And having a puppy, I forgot. But she finally made it through the house training stage. Um, um, so she can live. She almost didn't live, but you know, when you work full time and you're sitting here and you're working and she's not house trained, it's a problem. It is a problem. Yep. Yeah, Callie was an old girl, Iron Fire Horse. Oh my gosh. Yep. Yep. But I said, when I decided that I was ready um, for another dog, I said, I don't want another lab. I can't do another lab. Thanks for the hair. Thanks for the shedding all over me, Maggie. Go get in your kennel. Go get in your kennel. Either. Anyway, she's doing good. She is doing good. Um, yep. She's not going to be a vicious, dangerous dog like other shepherds that I have seen, Purple Tea Bear. But um, she will definitely let me know if something's happening out there. Yep. For sure. We have the deer population here where I am. There's a lot of deer. So she will let me know when they get close to the fence. I have her a fenced in yard that I can let her out during the day when I'm working and she can do her business or whatever. And I don't have to be out there with her. So the deer population here, when they get close to the fence, she absolutely lets me know. So she's yeah, I think she's out there now letting me know the deer is coming closer. They usually come close about this time of the day. Wonder Woman with the crossbow. Yeah. Yes. Yep. A long-haired shepherd. Oh wow, I've never seen a long-haired shepherd, Iron Fire Horse. Yeah, and that's my thing, Purple Tea Bear, is the grandbabies, Um you can't have a dangerous dog around the grandbabies. You just can't. And I've exposed her to Nathan, who is 6 months old, and she does fantastic with Nathan. So she's actually very protective of Nathan, my daughter's youngest baby. Hey, Southern Ohio Prepping, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah. Yeah, a longer coat. Yeah, she's doing good. She is doing good. She still has some work to do, you know, as far as things that I want her to do, patrolling the perimeter and stuff like that. It's a work in progress, and I am no dog trainer, right? I can tell you right now, I am no dog trainer, but she's stinking smart. So, you know, um, I think she can get it. I just have to have the persistence to train her. And like when I get the raised beds installed where I want them, then I'm hoping she can help keep the deer away from them. So that'll be something that will be her job. And the way that she's on the deer now, I don't think it'll be a problem. She can keep them away from my garden area. So that's her goal. That's her purpose. Let me know when something's happening out there. So she seems to do a really good job with that. Oh my gosh. She's so rotten though. Stinking rotten. Yep. What? What is it? What is it? Nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to see you, brat. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. What are you looking at? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Really? Get down. Get down. Go get in your kennel. Oh my gosh. Yep. So she seems to be doing good. She got a long way to go, but she's doing all right. Doing all right. Yes, you're right, Threads and Jars. Oh my gosh. She's such a heathen. Yeah. She can hear a paper crinkle. Those ears. Yep. Absolutely. But other than that, I'm not doing anything, anything else today except laundry for the week. Let's see. I can't remember how old she is, Iron Fire Horse. Let me see if I can figure that out. I don't remember how old she is. Let me see. I think she's about, I want to say 6 months. I took a photo of her the day we got her. You're right, Threads and Jars. You are absolutely right. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Hang on, I'm looking. Usually when I take a photo with my cell phone, it dates it or whatever. So, see if I can figure that out. So I got her on July the 25th. And she was 6 weeks old when I got her. So July. So I'll have to figure out exactly how old she is now. So that was the day I got her, July the 25th. That was her when I got her. July the 25th. Yep. Yeah. Iron Fire Horse, she is. She's still a little stinker butt. Yep. Anyway, so that's about all I got, y'all. I got to finish my laundry for work. And I've got everything else done, other than the laundry. That's the last thing I have to do. She's likely to get a lot bigger. I think from my research, Iron Fire Horse, the females get up to be around 90 pounds when they're grown. So, she will be around that when she's fully grown. That's for females. I think the males get a little bigger, but for females, that's normally the average weight of a shepherd Malinois mix. So around 90 pounds. So yeah, she's got a little bit of growing to do. But I like big dogs. I think Callie, when she passed away, she's a lab, or she was a lab. I think she was at the 90-pound mark as well. So she's a lot leaner, but I think she'll get pretty sturdy. So I'm hoping that she can help take care of, the deer, keep the deer away. Because anytime with this much of a deer population, anytime you plant anything, the deer will take care of it. I mean, it's like, it's nothing. Extra heavy leveling jacks on the fifth wheel. For what? Threads and jars? Yes, big dogs. I like them. I like them big. Yep. I have not introduced her to chickens yet. Now, they say that once a dog attacks chickens, oh, I see what you're saying, threads and jars. I got you. Yeah, absolutely. They say that once a dog attacks chickens, that you can never trust them around chickens again. But I disagree with that, because when Callie was little, she was a chicken eater, and I broke her from killing chickens, and I was able to trust her around my chickens. So I have not introduced Maggie to chickens yet. The chicken coop, I've kind of put that off until we get finished, or I get finished getting everything needed for the cabin. The chicken coop and all of that is a big expense. So I've kind of put that off until we get everything for the cabin. So hopefully she'll do fine with the chickens when I get them, and not have to be broken as far as that goes with the chickens. Now, I did do it with Callie with success. Hopefully she'll be the same way, and I won't have to work with her like I did Callie. But it is possible to break a dog from killing chickens, because I did it with Callie with success. So when they say it can't be done, they're wrong. Just so you know. Anyway, that's all to come in the future. So we'll see how that goes. Yep. For sure. Anyway, other than that, that's all I've got going on today. Like I said, I've still got laundry to do, and get ready for the work week that starts very early in the morning. But yeah, I hope you're right, Threads and Jars. I hope you are right. Anyway, if I don't talk to any of you before next Thursday, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. And I appreciate you so much for joining me today. I realize I was late, and I do apologize for that, but I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with me just for a bit. So I'm going to close out the live stream today, and everybody be safe. Those of you that are getting snow, please be safe. And I'll see you on the next video. Have a great week, everybody.